People in China are losing their minds over a 19-year-old by the name of Ju Peng who wants to travel for free. Now, she has traveled throughout China, but she's realizing, damn, this is really freaking expensive. How can I do this for free? And one way she's planning on doing it is by looking for temporary boyfriends who must be good-looking, under the age of 30, very tall, and also she's looking for a rich dude, right? And she says that in return, quote, they will fund my transport to their city and all my expenses while I'm there. They need to be generous. In return, they get a whole night with me, my undivided attention, a chance to show themselves off in the company of a truly beautiful girl. It's sort of like hitchhiking. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay, let's keep it real. This is not that I find anything objectionable or wrong with it, it's not for me, but this is a form of prostitution, right? So she's trying to use euphemisms and things like that to kind of get around it, but the reality is she wants to travel for free and she's looking for guys to help her do that. I think it's much better when you actually go work and make your own money, you do it on your own, you feel a little bit of pride, but that's just my point. Alex, what's your point?
I mean, I would say it's nothing like hitchhiking. I mean, absolutely not. This is absolutely not like hitchhiking. Right. This girl, unfortunately, I think it's a really sad story. Where are her parents? This is going to end in a very tragic situation. How old is this girl?
She's 19.
19. She's playing with fire. She's going to get burnt on.
I'm just worried that she's going to get hurt by some crazy person.
Guaranteed to happen. Almost guaranteed to happen.
Yeah. I think that it's definitely prostitution. Obviously, I'm not passing any sort of judgment on it, but yeah, where are her parents? She's definitely a good marketer because that story has spread like wildfire. Mm-hmm. I mean, it seems like a fair enough trade. You know, you give her a place to crash, she gives you a place to put your penis in.
Oh my goodness. I like that. Okay, so here's the question for the story. Have you ever needed to ask for help from a complete stranger? Alex, you've done a lot of traveling. So.
Absolutely. I mean, back in 2007, we pioneered the interactive. There's a show called Around the World for Free. I had to make it around the world using the help of the online audience. You know, so you'd write in and say, you can stay with me in LA, and I live with everyone from monks to people's grandparents in South America to you have it. But so I know what that's like. I was not sleeping my way around the world. It's a completely different scenario, but there's something humbling about that, and that whole experience was trying to be as most authentic, to get a good look on the world in very authentic ways, to see how people live and interact, and it was an amazing experience. But
very cool.
I always say, I did it for free, and I didn't have to sleep with anyone to do it. So
see, there are ways to do it.
There are ways to do it.
Yeah.
What about you, Max?
I can't recall the last time I've had to ask for help from a stranger, but I am a big fan of the sharing economy, and I feel like this is kind of a weird, mutilated outgrowth from like what I think a lot of people are doing today with, between Airbnb and Lyft and Uber, I mean, this is definitely a very intimate way in which she's trying to sort of get herself around the world. I mean, when I get into an Uber and I find them to be a little chatty, I'm like, okay, guy, just like get me to where I need to be,
yes.
And I've never taken a Lyft ride because I know for those cars you're supposed to get in the front and it's supposed to be a very sort of conversational thing.
That.
Yeah, you're supposed to they keep the front open for you.
Yeah.
I did it once and it was a little too weird.
I like Lyft and Uber just because it means I can go out and get drunk and not worry about. That's 100%. Like chat with me as much as you want. As long as you're taking my drunk ass home, I'm happy with you. Okay. All right. So let me share my story very quickly. Just one thing that comes up on the top of my head. I once went on a camping trip to the Grand Canyon, and one of the activities that you obviously have to do is hike the Grand Canyon. So we were young and we were so unprepared and so, I guess, naive about our own physical abilities. I thought, hey, I work out all the time, this is gonna be fine, we could do it in one day. You're actually supposed to do it over 2 days. You hike all the way down, camp at the bottom, and then the next day you spend the entire day coming back up, right? We planned on doing it all in one day, and the only thing we packed was one peanut butter and jelly sandwich, one granola bar, and one, I think it was like 12-ounce bottle of water, and that was it, okay? So we didn't have enough food, we didn't have enough water, we didn't have enough time to do what we wanted to do. So we went all the way to the bottom, and then we start making our way up, and I remember halfway up, I thought I was gonna die. And I was crying, we didn't have any food or any water, and there was a middle-aged woman who was coming down, and she saw me crying, she's like, are you okay? And she was eating pretzels, and I was like, can I have your pretzels? And she was nice enough to give it to me, and she was like, all right, you need to rest and kind of let your body re-energize, and then you can do the rest of the hike. But thankfully we made it, and I'll never forget how torturous that experience was. So thank you to that stranger, I'll never forget you. Anyway, comment in the section below and let us know if you've ever needed the help of a stranger to do something you needed to do. And also, what do you make of this story? Do you think that Ju Peng is putting herself in danger? Are you judging her in any way? I'm really curious to read your comments. And of course, at the end of every month, we do a video where we respond to some of your comments, some of the best comments that we get. So don't think that we don't read them. We love viewer engagement. We love your feedback. So comment in the section below. I really encourage you guys to do that.